I ask for the truth on behalf of Audrey Bagley concerning relationship issues. Been with her boyfriend and best friend for just 7 years about now. Will he ever propose to her? I ask this in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth always. And we cut the deck like so. And there, Audrey, where the deck splits after being asked for on your behalf, is where it is believed to be at its most strongest, most energetic point. Thus, the centre of the deck is now on top. We move the cards to the side and we'll deal out 3 cards. Past, present and future. Of course, this question is one of those will it ever happen type cards, isn't it? Correction, one of those will it ever happen type questions. So maybe the reading will reflect that, I don't know. It's always, I always think it's a bit dangerous to ask a will it ever happen question, because you've a 50-50 chance of the answer, haven't you? And of course, statistically, people who live together, 7 years is the average given to any sort of cohabiting couple before they split. So there's another reason, I suppose, why we shouldn't mess about with statistics and things like that. But you asked the question, we'll ask it. It's a legitimate one, so let's go. We'll deal out the cards for the past, the present, and of course the future. I'll just bring these over here just so you can see them, there, and then take a good look at them. Of course, the recent past and the immediate future, in this case, about a moon phase behind or between them. In the sense, the recent past is about 3 or 4 weeks or so ago, whereas the immediate future is about 3 or 4 weeks or so ahead. About a moon phase behind, a moon phase ahead. And of course, Audrey Bagley there, right in the middle, asking a question. Well, let's just see where you were. We'll establish the situation, or at least see probably maybe the reason why you've asked the question as well. What's been going on that would make you or inspire you to ask this question? Well, we'll reveal this first card here, which is the recent past. This is something that's been taking place, something that's been vibrating in energy there, or something that's been vibrating there over the past 3 or 4 weeks or so. What we'll do is we'll flip the card nice and slowly, not to disturb the energy or anything like that. Just nice and smoothly and steady. And notice there you've got the chalice. The chalice on the witch's altar, at least, represents the womb of the goddess, doesn't it? Represents water and of course, I suppose, is purification and things like that. I get this sort of feeling as though maybe there's been a sort of period of time for this relationship of yours, obviously 7 years, but you've been going through some form of purification or healing process, maybe, and that's what I'm getting, to try and rejuvenate it, try and restore it in some way. And of course, with that, although nevertheless, notice how it is surrounded by darkness, isn't it, there? It's as if whatever's been going on just recently, I suppose even in subdued light, anything that glistens like the chalice from the treasury, or anything like that, anything that glistens, you can see it more sparkling in subdued light. Often you see more of the shine on it, don't you? Or you see how rich it is. Maybe that's what it is. Although you've been in the midst of the darkness of uncertainty, things may have been a bit black and clouded. Nevertheless, you feel restored and rejuvenated in some way, or may feel as though something has healed. in some way, some regard or other. I don't know what, of course, you want him to propose to you, because you've been together long enough. Maybe, well, I don't know, is there any need to propose after that long, or do we just stick together and just carry it out, carry on with it, or whatever? Would getting married and would tying the knot actually make things worse and probably bring about a separation? I don't know. But at the moment, or just recently, over the past 3 or 4 weeks or so, you did experience some form of rejuvenation, some form of restoration, some form of healing process has been taking place. I don't know what that was about, but we can certainly try and find out where you are now, in the sense of, yes, we can try and define ourselves by what we did then, but of course that's then. We can only really define ourselves by what we're doing now. And what is that? What's vibrating? What energy is going on? What's going on around you, or whatever? Doesn't look good there right now. You've got the energy of the raven. The raven, obviously the bird people, they carry the messages from the heavens to the earth because they thought to be the guides. So there's guidance here. Raven is bringing you guidance. Obviously bringing a sense of woe and sorrow, in the sense that darkness looms on the horizon now for this relationship. Maybe, although you felt fulfilled just recently, it's there just to remind you that it hasn't gone away. Maybe the darkness that nearly split you up last time is returning in some way, shape or fashion. Maybe the fact that you didn't propose to me, I got the huff and decided, well, we may as well not be together if we're not going to go any further. And so somebody either walked or tensions rose about this. This is what I'm sort of getting the feel from this. I want to now pull the next card to see what your immediate future holds, to see how this will pan out over the next 3 or 4 weeks or so, maybe. Nothing too drastic at the moment. We said about a moon phase ahead, didn't we? And then, of course, you've got the wyvern. Yes, it looks. I don't know what's been happening here. What the darkness has been taking place, but certainly, I wouldn't say you've got anything to hide or you're not being open, but certainly you have got a few secrets to keep. They will be safe for the foreseeable future, but you will have to say something to him eventually and tell him what your secrets are. I can assume or surmise what they are. We can all surmise what they could be, in the sense if we're getting brassed off with this relationship, we may have had not so much about a one-night stand, which we may have had, but we may have certainly been tempted to drift away. That may be what the darkness is right now, the temptation to drift away and let Raven heal you and bring you from the darkness into the light of something else. But either way, whatever this is, for the next 3 or 4 weeks or so, at least, between now and the 22nd of March there, or thereabouts, it just appears as though you've been, there is guidance. It's the winged ones there, the wyvern with the wings there, of course, providing guidance again. So there's guidance in that respect. But guidance may be through keeping secrets. It's not what you tell them, it's what you keep away from them, or whatever. It's not what people say, it's what they don't say. Listen to their secrets, listen to what people don't say. But of course, if you're prepared to listen to what somebody doesn't say, you have to be prepared for them to listen to what you don't say as well. At this point, I'm a bit uneasy to leave it like it is, because we don't really have a finishing point, do we, really, to some degree. I want to pull another card at least, or as many cards as it takes, to sort of like bring it to conclusion with regards to the question that you've asked, etc., as we know. That's about March. About April time, let's see what's been left by Spirit, what guidance or insight there, and or both, has been left with you for around about April. Yes, it's the Sphinx, and the energy of the Sphinx in your immediate, well, not immediate future, but immediate-ish sort of future, around March, April, end of March, early to mid-April. There, really, it's about being careful what you say. Really, he who opens his mouth, engage brain before opening mouth, seems to be the motto. Just choose your words wisely, be careful what you say, don't just come out with anything flippantly. It might, I don't want to break the ice, but break a certain type of ice that will break the flow of what's going on here. There was healing sort of starting out, a feeling of restoration in this relationship. Maybe that's what it is, just over the long sort of past, the long-term past, as you would say, the distant-ish sort of past. The last few months have been a bit wobbly, and now things have been restored in some way, or have been over the past week or two. And now, but Raven is just to remind you that darkness looms on the horizon right now. All is not quite secure. Yes, your secrets will be safe for the foreseeable future. But after that, be careful and choose your words wisely, because if you let anything go, if you let anything rip, in a sense, if you say anything you shouldn't say, it'll get back to them. So whatever this is, you know, and you don't want them to know, don't mention it, or just make sure you sort of keep your mouth shut, really, or else you'll get clobbered in the way a lot of people get clobbered when they end up speaking their truth, but you don't know who's listening, do you? And will he propose to you for the foreseeable future between now and April at least? No, is the answer, really, isn't it? The truth of the matter, regardless of whatever squabble there was, no is the answer. Your secrets are safe for at least March, so whatever you were up to, you could sort of make amends and try and make it so they don't keep knocking on the door and somebody saying, hello, who's this? That sort of thing. But just choose, if asked, choose your words wisely, and that's how your secrets can remain safe, of course. So with that, I don't know what's been going on with you, but certainly just take it carefully and play it safe. That's all we can do, all we can say for now, isn't it? There, Audrey. So I'm very sorry to bring you that, but this is unfortunately called life, and these cards have now spoken.